let's come to politics. Though many say politics is an internal issue of Bangladesh, but you have been actually involved in some of the aspects of elections. Especially, you proposed to Bangladesh government that you will be sending election monitors, and our government also agreed to that, welcomed that idea. So, what is the situation at this moment?
Well, first I have to say I very much welcome the positive stance of the government on possible involvement of international monitors. They've made very clear that international monitors are welcome. I called on the Chief Election Commissioner lately and had a very good conversation, and I'm very pleased to say that we now have a written invitation to observe the elections. So that means
so the Bangladesh government invited
from the Election Commission. That was what was needed. So they've confirmed that an observation mission will be welcome, and so we will be deploying an exploratory mission probably in July. We need to get all the permissions from visas and so on from the authorities. But this exploratory mission is the first stage of a three-stage process, and that exploratory mission will come to Bangladesh and speak to all stakeholders, government, parties, election commission, security, and they have to, as in any observation mission, the exploratory mission has to decide whether it's useful, advisable and feasible to deploy a full EU observation mission. And that will then have to be a decision taken by our High Representative.
Once he gets the report of the exploratory mission. So I have to say I'm very pleased that we can take this first step. It means it shows a good deal of trust on all sides, and we will certainly, the exploratory mission is an independent exercise. It's not an EU political exercise, it's an independent professional exercise that is to determine whether we deploy an observation mission. So that is on track.
You said earlier publicly that if it is not participatory, the election is not participatory, you would not send. So we can see green light from your perspective, and that still now there is, the ruling party and the main opposition BNP, they are at loggerheads over the post-time government. So what is your assessment?
Well, that issue is entirely a matter for the government and the opposition to discuss, and for political parties and the authorities to determine. I think we just want to support a free, fair and participatory election, and of course a safe, secure election. All these things are very important for any country, and as a long-standing partner of Bangladesh, a 50 years relationship, we have a relationship of trust. I think the government knows that any observation mission will be neutral and credible. So it's for the parties to navigate these highly political issues and to see whether in the fullness of time there will be a participatory election with all the major parties taking part.